Coffee, black, with 2 sugars. Lena. Every morning at 7:45, like clockwork, he walked into the little corner cafe. He always had headphones in, never the big kind, just sleek earbuds, tucked under a navy blue beanie. His coat was always buttoned to the top, and his pace was deliberate. He never looked around, never made a fuss, just stood in line like everyone else. He'd order the same thing, coffee, black, 2 sugars. He'd say it the same way every time, almost like a line from a script. Then he'd sit in the far left corner, facing the window, notebook in front of him, pen twirling between his fingers. I didn't know who he was, but I knew him, like you know the shape of the moon, without ever touching it. Familiar, distant, constant. I came to the cafe every morning too, but not for the coffee. I came for the quiet, for the 45 minutes of peace before class or work or chaos. I came to sketch. The soft rustling of pages, the hiss of steamed milk, and the clinking of spoons created the background hum I'd grown to crave. He became part of that background. Then slowly, something more. I began sketching him without realizing it. The curve of his back as he leaned over his notes, the shadow of his fingers around his cup. He never noticed. Or if he did, he never said anything. Until that one morning when our routines collided. We both reached for the same napkin at the same time, our fingers brushed, just lightly. He looked up, I looked away. "Sorry," he said, his voice lower than I expected, calm, like a cello. "No problem," I replied, voice a bit too fast. He smiled just slightly, a polite stranger smile, but it stayed with me, that smile, that moment, like a drop of ink on paper that spreads, staining more than you planned. It was a rainy Monday when I forgot my wallet. I was already embarrassed and backing away from the counter when he stepped forward. "I got it," he said. I blinked. "What?" He handed the barista his card. "Coffee, black, with 2 sugars, and whatever she's having." We sat down together for the first time. I was drenched. He offered me his scarf. I declined, then accepted. "I'm Eli," he said, watching the window fog up. "Lena." The rain kept falling. Our words came slowly, like they needed time to grow roots. After that, it became a pattern. We started meeting, sometimes with intention, sometimes just by chance. Always at the cafe, always in that corner. I learned he was a freelance sound designer. He worked odd hours and drank too much coffee. He liked silence. He hated small talk. He loved audiobooks, ambient playlists, and thick notebooks with grid paper. I told him about my sketchbooks, about how I used to want to be a comic artist, but life got in the way. He never judged. He just listened. That was rare. I drew him a lot, the curve of his smile when he smirked at something ironic, the way his left eyebrow raised when he was curious, how he tapped twice on the table before making a point. One day he handed me a USB drive. "It's a playlist," he said. "What's on it?" "Sounds that remind me of you." I listened that night, rain, jazz, coffee brewing, a woman's laugh, mine. We began wandering the city together. He showed me quiet bookstores and rooftops where the skyline looked like a painting. We found an abandoned train yard and turned it into a photo shoot. Ate greasy fries at midnight. Walked through fog like it was something sacred. We never called it dating. We never needed to. What we had felt real, gentle, slow burning. Then one day he didn't show up. I figured he overslept or maybe got a job. But the next day, he wasn't there either, or the day after. A week passed, then 2. I asked the barista, trying to sound casual. "He left," she said. "Family emergency. Said he'd be gone a while, didn't say when he'd be back." I kept going just in case. But sitting at that table alone hurt more than I expected. I stopped sketching. Music lost its spark. His playlist felt like static. "Lena, you don't always get a goodbye. Sometimes people just vanish, and you're left holding silence like it means something." I started sketching again. Just lines, shapes, nothing finished. But it helped. One morning I found a folded napkin under the sugar jar. On it his handwriting, "See you soon." Hope is cruel, but sometimes it's all you have. It was a Thursday when I saw him again. Same door, He looked tired, a bit thinner, but his eyes found me right away. "Still black with 2 sugars?" he asked. I nodded, trying not to cry. He handed me a folded page, my sketch, of him, drawing me. We didn't rush, we just resumed. He didn't tell me everything. I didn't ask. Some silences are sacred. Lena, our love didn't start with sparks. It started with quiet, with routine, with choosing each other, over and over. Here is our story's end, and don't forget to hit subscribe, like, and share.